going live now, but I'm not sure how accurate the information is because OBS is being very strange to me. So give me
Well,
give
we're
me a
gonna see.
moment.
I'm literally watching your stream, so I can help you troubleshoot live.
I'm not sure. Okay, so for some reason it won't accept my new title.
Yeah, I had that issue earlier too.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's just an OBS
Yeah,
and
well,
or Twitch
if
thing.
you're split iron and 165.
Are you serious?
It errored out when I did iron 165 together, but if you split them,
if that is really what I need to change here, that's. Oh, that totally was it. How does what? How
dude,
is
I don't
that?
know. It says it's like some kind of, I don't know. It's like breaking the rules or something. Look at that. Oh, boom. We've got stream.
You can't use iron and 165 together. Are other streamers running into this too?
I don't know. I honestly haven't asked. I guess I could ask Max because he streamed yesterday. No, Poddle. The entire bottom is copper, actually, to be more specific.
And you sub to me while you're live. You're so silly. I love you.
Girl, I try. You know, that's just what I do. I see Brian and Lang, and I click Visionaire. What up? We in Live Landia now, girl.
Live Landia. Yeah. Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Your name.
Or maybe
you can do so much with your name.
Maybe we're streamy bears. Bears is a thing that happens a lot in my world. Streamy bears.
Huh?
Yes. There's so much iron tonight. Is there?
There is.
What happens? Langy bears. That's what's up. What happens if you have too much iron? What's that condition called?
I have no idea. But for my stream, let me know if the music's too loud, and I can definitely turn it down. I have my stream volume.
I can't hear you. I'm only in Discord hearing you.
No, I mean this is for my Twitch chat.
Oh Jesus, that's gonna be confusing.
No, well, that's why I prefaced it by saying Twitch chat. I think. But let me know if the music is a little too loud or a little too quiet. Let me know if my good friend Langlandia here is too loud or too quiet, and I can make some audio adjustments on the fly.
Always adjust.
Yes, we can always adjust, and I'll give it a few minutes to allow some more people to roll in here before we talk about what's going on today.
Okay, so interesting conversation about this because we will have so much iron. I wanted to know what it was when you had too much iron, and apparently the disorder is called iron overload, which I thought would be more medical, but there is a condition that makes you absorb too much iron, and that's hemochromatosis. So I believe that we are doing that tonight. We are causing hemochromatosis.
We got lots of iron in the house. Should I go get the other one too?
Oh, there's two on my stream.
Okay, hold on. Let me go get the other one so let me go grab it so we can at least briefly have 4 irons in one time.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. There will be a total of 4 irons at once, Fireworm. 4. So much iron. Here, I'll flip this gal over. 2 metric irons, 2 imperial irons. Well, Visionaire, that's actually what part of why I'm streaming so much this week is you have to stream 7 times in 30 days to reach affiliate in order to allow subs to happen. So for anyone that wants to sub, I'm streaming a lot this week. So
yes,
and yeah, the fuck Twitch, tell you what. Ooh, okay, so that's Plumbus.
That's the Plumbus.
Yeah, does it have any Fleeb juice?
No, I haven't rubbed it with the Schleem or whatever it is. Have you watched the newest season yet, by the way?
I haven't watched a single one.
The newest season, incredible.
I didn't want
so much better than the
previous
previous one.
So split, so I didn't want to like.
Yeah, no,
I can't serialize shows anymore. I have to binge. So.
Okay, no spoilers. That's fine. I'm not going to do any spoilers. But I will say that I think this season is the strongest by far.
Oof. Well, that's good. Look at how much iron is in this picture right now.
This is so much
iron. On mine alone, there's
I too love season 3. I think the seasons get better as they go, personally.
Oh God.
Yeah, so we have lots of iron here. So obviously, as you can see on my stream here, I have the iron 165 FE. This one's not mine. This is something that I'm building for someone else. I'm not going to be building this today. I'm going to be building my personal one today, which is the Plum Iron 165 SE. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today, and this will be for another day in the very near future. Actually, I'll be building up the FE. So that's going to be pretty exciting as well. I think that's going to get some tactile switches too. So I'm going to be doing a linear version and a tactile version. Lots of variety upcoming.
The board was designed to have tactiles in it, so that makes sense.
Wait, was it really?
Yeah, I mean, specifically because Vox Key and El Baron, Matt and Luke are, I guess, team tactile. Where there's linear Queen Jeff over here, so it sounds better with linears.
I respect both. I respect all kind of walks of life in that sense, but I actually didn't know it was designed with tactile in mind. Otherwise, I might have opted for a tactile option here as opposed to the linear mods that I'm going to be using today.
So I'm just going to take a second because it'll be fast for me, and then I'll give you the audio channel. I just want to say hi to some friends. We've got Poddle, Schubert, Visionaire, Keebnoob, hi Ellie, Greg, my Northwest friend, Fireworm, TSC, many hearts. And then who else we got? We've got Teal Technic and Singapore. Thanks for joining either mine, Brian's, or both streams. Anyone that I missed. I'm sure I saw a Geo in the other one already. So many hearts and love.
I think I got a couple of people watching now. Just a couple.
Toki is Singapore. I did not know that.
I just learned that recently.
Surprise. Oh, good times. So today's going to be interesting. I'm going to brush away at this and just kind of be color commentary is really my purpose today.
No, you do you. You do you, man. This is just going to be like a chill build time, man. I'm not. It doesn't need to be.
Yeah, man.
It doesn't need to be anything crazy. I've never built an Iron 165 before, which is another reason I'm building my personal one first, so that way I have a better idea of how everything's going to come together when I build the Iron FE for someone else. So just a little first swing into practice. But judging by the way this looks, I think this is going to be a fairly easy build. It looks kind of similar to some of the Key Cult boards, as well as kind of similar to like the Bower. So it seems like a pretty straightforward build process. Looks like I do have to apply the gaskets. But,
and big recommendation on those that they're attached to the top and bottom case as opposed to the plates itself.
Oh, for sure. Do people put them on the plate?
I had someone ask, and so you've built enough boards that I assume you knew, but I'll sleep better tonight knowing that I said it.
Absolutely. So, yeah. No, yeah, it's good to get the information out there.
Brian builds Lang Yammers, the perfect stream. That is pretty fucking accurate, yeah.
That's great, because one of the problems I have when I build stream is I get kind of too focused on the build, and I stop interacting with chat, and then I'm like, oh wait, no, I need to be talking to chat. So I'll stop building, and I'll kind of lose my train of thought, and I'll go back to chat, and I'll try to find my place, and I'm kind of a mess on a lot of streams, honestly, but which is why I kind of just...
you ain't no mess.
Which is why I try to just have a good time, you know? Alright, so this build should be incredibly straightforward for me, just because of the way the board is actually designed, which is amazing, and the fact that I already have some tune switches here. I have some lubed and filmed mods, which are a JWK linear. I also going to be opting for some GMK stabilizers. These are some of the older stock ones, so these don't have some of the issues that the newer ones do. And those are actually already clipped and lubed, so this is going to be a pretty straightforward build for me, but we're going to decide what kind of caps we're going to put on later as well, and as you guys know, I'm pretty much the slowest cap putter-oner of all time.
Well, you haven't watched me do it. It's not a quick process.
Oh man, we should have a competition to see who's slower.
An opposite race. Oof. Man, look at this. It's just so good.
I'm really excited for this. The plum is so much better in person than I was expecting it to be, too.
There is not a single bad color in any iron.
I'll show this off more later, guys.
They're all stark. Oof.
When you catch the light on it just right,
Bruins brings up a good point. We're probably faster than GMK sending Cafe to the US. You're fucking right on that, brother. Oh my god.
Feels Lang, man.
Steals Lang, man.
This is a...
Someone make that emote, please, Christ.
Oh man, I'm a walking emote factory. I can just pump them out. No worries. This is this a VIA compatible PCB?
Okay, so out of the box, it might not be. I know that they had to do an update in VIA, but if you need the bin, I can send it to you, and then it's VIA. So
awesome, sounds good to me.
Both mine are, so.
Is there a reason they include 2 of the daughter boards?
You have 2?
Yeah.
Did you get an extra PCB?
No.
Interesting.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm thankful there's 2 just in case something happens with one of them. But I kind of assumed they would send 1 per PCB. But hey, if they want to send me a backup, more power to them.
Yeah, you don't need to.
I assume they're the same. They're both USB-C. They both have the JST. Unified C1. Yeah.
Ooh, one above all. Thank you for the follow and hello review for the tube. Hi, Bruce. How we doing?
Now a few more people are starting to roll in here. So
heckin' yeah.
If you guys are wondering who the heck you're hearing, I do have a command for it, as you can see in the title. We're streaming alongside Langlandia, one of the greatest people in our entire community.
Well, thank you for the hype. I like to think I'm slightly above average at best.
I think I have more confidence in you than you have in yourself.
It's very possible. Confidence is hard when you're unemployed and weekends are meaningless.
Yeah. I mean, the world right now, man, right? It's just like the world right now.
Oh.
All right.
I deserve the hype. I'm such a good dude. Thank you, review, for the tube. Nice friend.
Little Plum E-Stock Sengon tag here, which is fantastic. That is my preferred layout.
One thing I'll say too, just because that was fresh in my mind, someone was having a conversation yesterday about they'd received a quote-unquote B-stock board, and they were like, how is this B-stock? And I mean, that's the idea, right? Some people assume that it means that there's something very wrong with the board. It just means that it's not up to their quality, of like their standard.
Sure.
So it's an important specific point that I wanted to make.
I should probably check in with my chat. I feel like I haven't looked at my chat enough. Jessop says, is that voice Al? Like Hal from the computer in 2001? Space
I'm
Odyssey.
afraid I can't do that,
man.
Brian.
Please don't do this to me. Not like this. One daughter board, one son board? Is that how it works? They're twins, though, right? I should test this PCB first, right? That's usually the smart thing to do.
Cute.
I feel like I haven't built a board in a while.
In here.
You got Stash in here too? Holy!
I got Stash on my end.
Nice. He might be here
Stash.
as well. He is here as well.
Maybe.
He's way too nice. Also, for any of you that aren't familiar, actually, there's a fun feature that some of you might benefit from in this kind of stream called multi-twitch, where you can use multitwitch.tv, and you can type in both of our usernames, and you can actually get both of us on the same screen. And you can kind of start, stop, mute, and unmute at your own leisure, depending on who you want to watch at that given time. A lot of people like that.
I literally didn't know that was a thing.
A lot of people don't, which is why I like to bring it up.
Thank you for sharing.
It was a big deal many years ago when they launched it, and then everyone else forgot about it. I feel like.
Okay. So anyone that wants to see pristine still, I'm gonna do the inside of the case first. Okay. I'm gonna take this brass brush, and I'm gonna scratch the ever living shit out of this copper base. What am I about to do? I'm about to remove the protective coating. Oh yes. It's hard to see. Look. Yeah, you like that? Let's see if we can't see it. Yeah, you can already see it. Look. How many people just lost their minds? Oh god, here we go.
So Lang is what you might call a vigilante.
I do what I want. No, I'm an adult. So, I said there is, and here, I'll explain why. Maybe I'll give a visual. So what I'm doing is I'm forcing patina on the copper base of this, because this blue base, this blue weight right here, used to be this, okay? And this blue looks so nice. I can't get over it. So what I'm doing is, and it's the same as this badge, right? The badge really turned out great. But but there's a protective coating over the sandblasted or bead blasted copper, and we have to take that off. We're going to use a brass brush, mostly because I don't want to use my drill, because that's loud as fuck, and I promised that I would stream this. So
no drills on stream, right?
No,
I always feel bad when I have to use like my desoldering gun on stream, so I just mute myself.
Ooh, had a little hiccup on my end.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna brush for a while, you guys. We're just gonna sit here and brush.
I'm gonna do a quick test of this PCB.
Oh, bye bump-ons. I forgot to take you off. Wow, wow, wow. I have extras though.
The last USB device you connected is computer malfunction, and Windows does not recognize it. That's a fun start.
Well, that sounds like a good time.
I don't know.
Heck yes, a brushing stream. Ropsy, what's up? Oh yeah. All right, then bump-on's gone. Now we're just gonna brush for a while. It's gonna take me a while to figure out which technique I want to use the most. Like, you know, am I gonna do one of these? This bump-on stuff needs to come off. Kimchi Jody Boy, that is a username.
Kimchi Jody Boy, huh?
Ooh, I just got called a cutie patootie.
I don't know
That's
why,
very
but
sweet
I'm
of you.
gonna try this other daughter board out just to see if it makes any difference. I'm assuming it won't, but
No, likely not.
weirder things have happened, I suppose.
Okay, let's see if I can't get that out.
But if I can't get the PCB working, this is probably gonna be a pretty short stream. Oh, Cyrus says it's the switch on the PCB. The same thing happened to me. Oh, there's a bootloader switch. Okay.
There's the boot mapper switch on the back of the board.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, for those of you that own an iron or need this and don't want to take your case apart, if you hold escape and plug it in, that's the shortcut for flashing it without flipping it to boot mapper.
So wait, how do I get it to start working then, Osiris?
Flip it over. Oh yeah, the switch should be to the left.
Yeah, no, I
as
saw
you're
the
looking at
switch,
it.
but pressing it didn't do a whole lot for me.
No, not depressing it. It's a toggle, a left or a right.
Oh!
Like, yes,
Oh,
that. Right
I've...
there, you just found
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the bootloader switch.
No.
What the heck?
actual switch.
What the heck is that?
Yeah, the Project Keyboard Alice has the same setup where you just toggle it to be in boot mapper.
Oh, okay, and it just comes in boot mapper already? Like,
I guess.
huh.
I don't know. I think mine did.
I guess we're setting up Iron 165. Nice. All right, so that's a good start.
Get it scratched. Yes. All right. So here's what it's starting to look
Cyrus
like.
says he had the same reaction. Yeah, as much as I love looking
It's
stupid
hard
on
to
stream.
see.
Okay, this is looking
The
pretty good
idea
now.
is that I have to take this coating off.
All right, this
So.
is very nice. All right.
Very nice.
That's a very nice. Cool.
Okay.
Huzzah!
So how is everyone's Friday? You know, Brian included. Brian's, top Clack stream. We're doing this together.
Yeah,
How was everyone's Friday?
I'm doing pretty well today. I've had a pretty good day so far. I got some things done. I was productive earlier. Then I played some little bit of video gaming with my boy Osiris in chat. And
Eric's such a good dude.
He is. Most content creators in this community are pretty amazing. Like all things considered.
Yeah. And I mean, with most things, you say most. I hear that Chewy guy's kind of an asshole.
Well, yeah, you gotta.
said he about his best friend.
Chewy's like also one of the nicest people ever.
Yeah, Chewy's literally my best friend right now. So,
Is he? Nice.
Yes.
Oh man, that's awesome. All right, so I'm gonna opt for a 4 stabilizer route here, 7U bottom row. Then I'm gonna do a full backspace, then enter and left shift, of course. So I might have to test a couple of these stabilizers.
Did you
to
just say
see...
full backspace?
Full backspace? Is that a problem?
Are you a full backspace guy?
I prefer to use split backspace, but on a lot of boards, I prefer to look at full backspace.
Okay.
I appreciate it aesthetically, but it's kind of like that classic approach. It makes me feel like that classic, like win keyless, like cherry, like G80, like kind of approach. And it's like there's something kind of like nostalgic and vintage that I like about that. But in terms of like raw functionality, I much prefer split backspace.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So I got a question here. Visionaire says, "Wow, that high-pitched question. We should hang out more because I go way up in the register a lot. You could watch some video, the VOD or highlights from my first time playing Rainbow Siege 6 yesterday, and I get up there. I get high-voiced.
He has what we like to call a vocal range.
Yeah, I did do vocal performance for a vast portion of my life. So.
I mean, yeah. Are you going to be looking for more work in that field, do you think?
I'm kind of never not. I actually market myself kind of specifically because all my characters end up sounding about the same, and I haven't really developed many like parts. So what ends up happening is I do this thing where I just kind of go for narration, which works well, but I mean it's very niche, and a lot of times now a lot of narration work is, to be candid, going to celebrities or famous people. So it's hard for me to cap in on that, but
yeah. All right, let me attempt to pay more attention to my chat. I'm sorry, guys. I've been sidetracked. It's been like way too long since I've built a board, I feel.
Well, plus, I mean, as a personal build, like you're also probably like fawning over it a little bit.
I'm so excited for this to come together. I'm really excited for a lot of boards too. I have a I think I've showed it off on stream a little bit earlier, but I have this Mechanics Clippa S as well, which is the kind of a nicer, kind of upgraded Clippa. Ooh. And man, I'm really excited to build that too. I have no idea what switches I'm going to use, but he sent me like 2 plates with it. The guy, people are way too nice in this community, man. I swear.
Teal Technic, all of the things that I've narrated actually end up in under IP stuff because I do a lot of learning content. So I don't have anything publicly released right now that's published, but I'm working on something, a project, a side project.
Oh?
Oh, yes. It's by no means even close to ready to be released, but hopefully it'll help with some folks.
Everyone keeps saying, nice keyboard you're making there. Oh, I got raided by Yumcha11. Thank you so much for that raid.
Cool raid, man.
I just heard that username for the first time a couple hours ago, and I still haven't checked out your stream.
Looks like about 30 people were watching, so yeah, they're not small potatoes.
Yeah, absolutely. Very nice. I'll have to make sure to come check that out. Always fun to check out new build streamers. Because the majority of the time, they're pretty good people.
No, Visionaire, I have tried many books on tape, actually. Because a lot of books on tape come with royalties and licensing, so the standard contract is 7 years. So if you could get a book, you won a book, because you just get checks every month when you get books. So it's no wonder that celebrities do books. Like Stephen Fry must be fine forever.
Stephen Fry, yeah.
He has narrated so many books. And he's so damn good at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyways, this isn't the let's talk about voiceover actors stream.
Let's talk about
this
keyboards.
Is the I'm ruining a copper base stream.
I need to open up your stream so I can see what the heck is going on over there.
I'm just really going to town on this thing, making sure that it's here, just so some people can cringe.
Oh yeah, I mean it's cringe, but like you know we've seen it before. The final product is just really cool.
Yeah. Okay, so now the thin part is done, and there's just something about it. Like you can feel the difference. You can see it in how it reacts to the light. It's hard though, but
yeah. Do you have to? I'm pretty new to like forcing patina. Is it something you have to do like for quite a while, or does it?
No, it actually happens pretty quickly.
Ah.
The first couple of hours is where it's going to set the most, because the difference in 3 hours to 24 hours was nominal at best. So it happens pretty damn fast. Ammonia is something else. So how this works is, you know, we brush it and then we put it in basically a vapor chamber, which is like an old Tupperware tub I have, and with ammonia after we put. I use just salt water, but you're supposed to use like salt and vinegar.
Vinegar,
and that forces the color change.
Very cool. If anyone's wondering what I'm doing, I'm just testing stabilizers right now.
Yep. Gotta make sure those stats are good.
Yeah, Piot asked if I had pre-tuned the stabilizers. Yeah, so basically what happened right before the stream, I actually desoldered my Southpaw full size, which I built up a couple months ago during the Clackers Care event, if I recall. And I wasn't entirely happy with how that build came out, and I think a lot of it is because of that acrylic plate. I think on a board that size, the acrylic plate doesn't work that well, especially at that thickness, because it's a 1.5 millimeter. I really think it needs to be at least like 3 millimeters to work on a board that size. So I do have an FR4 half plate that I'm much more interested in trying out on that board. So I'm going to be rebuilding that board on stream in the very near future. With a new plate and some different switches, so that should be pretty cool. But basically what happened is when I desoldered it, I harvested the mobs, which I'm going to be using in the Iron 165 build today, as well as the stabilizers, which are just some nice GMK stabilizers. They've already been clipped, I've already lubed them, and I didn't have any issues with them. I am still testing them, just to make sure that we're good, but I have some to spare in case I need, so we're gonna make sure this build does quite well. Also, shout out to Milk Manu for the subscription there. Appreciate that, man. 3-month streak. Says, hello, Brain.
Hello, Brain. A few people have followed me. Thank you. I actually got a good question. Does the amount of scratch on the brass affect how much it patinas or the pattern, or is it just about getting the coating off? It's more about getting the coating off than scratching it, because the reason that I'm using brass on the brush, on the copper, is because it's like 0.1 less dense. So it's not going to be scratching this a ton. It's really just an abrasive tool to get the coating off, and it'll leave marks, of course, but it's not like a deep scratch. So, and no, my secret project is not The Thing, which stellar film, by the way, the original John Carpenter The Thing. The prequel one they did was fine. I don't necessarily love things that are just fine, but it was fine.
Where's alcohol? Where's alcohol? Is that what you said?
Not the one I drink, the one that helps me get sticky stuff off. I have to walk away for a second. Be right back!
Alright, so these are actually sounding pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed with these. I'm probably not going to be using GMK Honeywell on this board. This was the set that was on my Southpaw full size. So I kind of just took that off and set it to the side, and I'm just using it for a little bit of testing purposes at the moment. I have no idea what key set I'm actually going to put on here once I'm done. So I'll probably let you guys decide. I'll give you some options a little bit later, like I normally do, and we'll have a good time. How's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend, or the beginning of your weekend, I guess, Friday night.
We've got isopropy bears. What's up?
Isopropy? Is it 99% isopropy?
No, I just grabbed the close one. It's 91, I know. Oh. But I'm not using it on a PCB, so.
I'm kidding.
Cool, I just spilled a shit ton. Now my leg is weirdly wet and cold.
Oh.
Good times.
God, I love the weight design on this too, because like it's not over the top. It's really, really simplistic, but you still get everything you need. You get the name of the board, name of the designers, and you get the logo. This is a stylish board.
It looks so good.
That. Yeah.
It's just clean as heck, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Spencer DDR is asking, are mobs some of the best linears? I mean, it's going to be preference at the end of the day, but I would say that they are one of the nicer ones right now. Pretty much any of the JWK line of switches. They come in a lot of varieties, and they're effectively more or less the same thing, but you can get them in lots of different colors, and they're going to have different names, but if they're a JWK linear, they're probably going to be relatively close to something like a mauve. You also have, the alpacas, the H1s. Help me out here, Lang. There's probably other ones, right? There's tons at this point, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so you can... if you're down to Frankenswitch, you can get a lot of really good linears very easily.
Yes.
So, I actually my current favorite right now, I just bought a ton of super cheap GAT Milky Top, but the black bottom reds
One of
because
the
I'm
best
going to stem and
one of the
I'm going to
best
stem
values.
and spring swap them. Like the value's huge.
The value's huge.
But I'm going to put the ultra high molecular weight polyethylene stems in them with my own spring weights. And that right there with some good lube is a heckin' it sounds really good and it's a smooth as hell switch. So but I mean, if you want to just buy it, put it in your board and be the happiest ever. I mean, I think inks are probably, if you can get H1s, that's going to be high on the list too, but I think black inks are going to be number one for me. So got some gunky bears I'm trying to get out, you know? It's just not cooperating. Oh, what I heard a
I don't know if I have a screwdriver that's deep enough to get these
You have the Nanch set, that should be
on.
Fine. Yeah, it should be fine.
I have the right size, all right? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's the yeah.
I got confused because I always forget the Nanch set is missing a very critical size, but thankfully it's not this one. But yeah, you're right. I'm being silly. I feel like I'm brand new to building keyboards
right now. The length extender or something?
Well, I have one on the Nanch set as well, but I was using an iFixit bit with the Nanch.
Oh,
and I forgot to just grab the Nanch bit, which would have saved me some trouble. But yeah, I'm just being dumb. Don't mind me.
You're never dumb, baby. You know I love you.
I feel like I'm brand new to building keyboards right now.
Scratchy, 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 scratch, 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 scratch. Everyone love the scratch. Da, 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 da.
Sapphire Link says, waiting on scallops to reach room temperature before I cook. Good idea. You can do that with a lot of meat, actually, and it's pretty good. You don't need
I am allergic to scallops.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Scallops are so delicious. Are you allergic to, like, shellfish in general?
I am. But the vexing thing is that it's not an iodine allergy, which is like 90% of all those people that are allergic to shellfish is because of iodine. So the docs are like, yeah, I guess you just are. Okay, thanks.
Oh, thanks.
Because I would have noticed it a lot younger with iodized table salt, but it wasn't until I was like 16 and my throat started to close.
Oh.
Which was a heckin' experience. Like, it was something else, man. I think it was me in my fancier days. I think I was eating at Olive Garden.
Fancier
the finest
days.
The finest of Italian restaurants.
That's
scratch,
fantastic.
Scratch. Science Channel. Technically, this is the Boron 165 because it's 05. So,
look at that plate design, guys. That is there's some thought put into that one. I like that.
Toki, I'm not hating on the breadsticks, okay? Breadsticks are legit.
All right, so I need to start applying some of these gaskets. I think that's the next strategy here. And then we
just save them for last.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, I save them for last.
Okay, I'll take that approach. I'm okay with that.
Especially because on the inside, that center top goes over the daughter board, so you want to put the daughter board in first.
Oh, yeah,
it's not impossible, but it's
just
kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Hey, existentially yours. A lot of folks today. We wanted to see me ruin a board. I like this.
You're not gonna ruin a board.
I mean, for a lot of people, I kind of probably am.
Okay, yes. I guess if depending on your kind of mindset here, you very well
Keyboard
could be.
gore? Yeah. But the interesting thing is that I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna have to like go unlive and then like stream mobile because I cannot bring ammonia into this area.
This is surprisingly flexy for a brass plate.
Oh yeah, dude, those cuts.
I mean, it's obviously not like a polycarbonate. I mean, usually you can't really get a whole lot of flex out of a brass plate, but this is pretty well thought out. I like that.
I mean, the Austin plate flexed, but that's also like the size of a home.
Yeah.
Like
the Austin was actually that board is surprisingly good. I feel like when I built the most recent prototype, I was stunned at how nice the typing experience was on that.
I did sacrifice my Austin for an unnamed board that will be shown at some point, unfortunately. But it went to a good home. It went to Armendis. He was looking for an Austin for a while. And so...
He's a super good guy, too.
Yeah. Actually should check in with him. I haven't talked to him since he started using it. Wonder how happy he is.
One of the most knowledgeable artisan collectors in the hobby for sure.
Oh, okay. So there's a good discussion to be had here, and maybe Brian can take this one. The question is about the science behind the flex cuts, the deflection on the PCB, or on the actual plate itself.
Okay, the relief
about
cuts.
why they're not consistent across the entire thing. So basically, the very, very long and short of it is they did a ton of simulations to allow for the most consistent key press, regardless of where you're pressing the key. So you'll notice that there aren't a lot of flex cuts towards the top of the board, you know, that row 1, row 2 cherry profile area, but there are more towards the bottom. And that is to help with consistency of each individual key press.
Yeah, like you'll notice there's quite a variety too. Like look at this trying to get this a little bit better on camera. Look at how thin that cut is. This one is at least twice as thick here, and then over here you have this one that is only about half as long, but the same thickness as a thinner one. So you get and they're so I'm not going to say sporadically because obviously this, like Lang was mentioning, this is pretty calculated stuff, which is fantastic, and it's really cool because the science behind like why we do things and like how we can make things better is one of the most interesting things in the hobby, in my opinion. So this kind of stuff is really fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how this goes. I mean, it kind of looks a little funky just because they look like sporadic aesthetically, but you know, at the end of the day, you're going to get a much nicer typing experience for the vast majority of people.
So his ears must have been burning. Mr. Luke himself has joined the chat on my end and asks, "What am I doing to his beauty?"
Oh no.
Watch as I ruin it.
Watch as I take one of the community's most popular boards.
No, weirdly, a bigger offense than doing this to FE was sending pictures of Handerbite on Iron. It's more offensive to at least Matt.
That's fantastic.
Laven Ember, you can ask L Baron 83 in there. He's right in the chat. He is the one that did the science behind the flex cuts. So, speaking to accuracy, how accurate those simulations are, if you want the science, that's the guy right there.
Very nice.
And he went into, I think it was the Mechs on Deck interview where they had him on to talk about it. He went into very intense detail to the point that Chewie was like, all of those were words. So he explains it pretty well there as well if you want like an actual verbal explanation. So I could never speak to it at the level he wants.
You know it's good when you just sit there and go, yeah,
yep. He said words there.
And then you feel really stupid because you're like, I should understand this, but I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've been there quite a few times. Shout out to Fat Boy Carney for the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much, man. 6-month streak. Appreciate that.
Fat Boy Carney isn't he is responsible for Copper, right? GMK Copper is Fat Boy Carney.
That sounds pretty accurate.
That sounds correct to me. Also, I believe Rust, Cat Rust. Is that right?
Quite possibly. I feel like I'm a little distanced from key sets these days just because I'm caring less about like key set colors overall.
Sorry, Fat Boy. Iron. That's right, because Iron on Iron 180, you did a render of that the other day. That's right.
And I don't know if El Baron's actually in my chat, or VoxKey rather, but if they're in yours, I definitely want to shout out to them and say thank you so much for not only being just amazing at everything you do and being super good people in general and being genuinely good for the community, but also for sending me this fantastic board. Because this is like a once in a lifetime kind of present, right? Like people don't just like send others like boards of this caliber, right? This is pretty epic stuff. So I can't thank you guys enough, and it's very humbling. I really appreciate it, guys.
Well, I think I speak for most everyone in both chats when I say that there are very few people as deserving of a gift at that level. So, enjoy it.
Oh, Oof. I mean, I don't even know if I'm deserving of it, but I am definitely gonna enjoy it, and the fact that anyone thinks I'm deserving of it is honestly incredibly humbling. I'm so excited for this board to come together. The mobs, I think, were the good choice too. I think this is gonna look.
I think you've chosen well.
That's gonna
sir.
look. I think that's gonna look pretty spectacular with this plum combo, which looks so freaking sublime in person.
All right, I'm gonna dump out my entire tools bin. There it is. Here's a picture of my family. Hey, cute kids. What? Okay. I need this. I have a wooden, like, fingernail cleany thingy, and I didn't want to use metal to get this gunk off because I don't want to give deep cuts to it. But
I think I'm gonna at some point have to rebuild this with tactile switches.
just because the board was intended for tactiles?
Yes, because I am that guy. Like, if you're a designer and you design a board to be a specific way, like with a specific configuration, a certain setup, I want to know what that's like, because like that's like where the thought went in, right? Like that's how the board was envisioned, and while I'm sure this is going to be amazing with linears, as I'm sure other people can attest, but if it was truly designed with tactiles in mind, I think it would be proper of me to set it up as such. In which case, I would love to know what their favorite switches are, so I can set it up a little bit more accurately.
I think, and Luke, keep me honest, I think Vox's favorite switch is tacos.
Tacos?
Yeah, isn't that T1 stem and a cream housing? I think.
I cannot keep up with all the hybrid switches.
Man, I don't fucking know. There's just so many switches, dude.
It feels like people just kind of like name them and like unofficially, and I don't know. I don't know. Like, I hear people talking about like a certain switch, and I'm like, I have no idea what that is.
I am right. I got it right. His favorite is tacos.
A taco, okay. I'll have to check that out. You said it's a T1 in cream housing?
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
Interesting. Okay. I guess we'll have to pick up some creams.
Take that with a grain of salt, because that's Matt's favorite switch. Luke did the deflection testing on the plate. So
what's Luke's favorite switch?
I don't know. Luke, what's your favorite switch?
I
know it's not linears.
Do Luke and VoxKey agree that there is an ideal configuration for the Iron 165? And if so, what is that configuration?
They would probably meme and say not linears, because
that's fair. That's totally fair. And I just learned about this like right as we were starting the stream. Otherwise, I might have opted for a different choice here.
Listen, it's not like you're doing anything wrong.
No,
you chose switches you want.
Yeah, this is going to be fantastic.
And you're an adult. You do you.
I mean, I don't know if I'm an adult, but I think I'm getting there.
I'm an adult. Happy birthday to the ground.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
Oh my god, so good.
I listened to that song the other day for the first time in a while.
Oh god, it's so funny.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Scratch, 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 scratch.
I'm also a big fan of the Shy Ronnie bits.
Shy Ronnie. Oh my god. Thank you for the follow. I missed who it was. I should set that to be faster.
Prize Q says, tacos sound good.
Dude, I'd go for some fucking tacos.
I'm getting a little hungry, actually.
Bruce Wayne, who is a mod in the Smith & Rune Discord, says incorrectly that iron was meant for full backspace. That is a lie. The Protos had forced split backspace because that is how Matt types.
Yeah, I know some people are. Luke, are people gonna consider this sacrilege that I'm not using split backspace on a 65?
Nope, Luke is happy.
On a 65%, I think full backspace is the play. I really do think full backspace looks better on a 65%. 65%.
Listen, we can fight all day,
and we will, and then we'll cuddle a little bit probably.
God, he cuddles so well, you guys. He cuddles so well.
I'm pretty much a bear. Let's be real.
Today's stream brought to you by Male on Male Cuddling.
Today's band channels are.
Yeah, get it. Brushy, brushy, brushy. Love this stream. Thank you, Greg of Northwest.
Oh my gosh.
Scrub.
Are you still scrubbing?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I gotta make sure. Plus, I gotta milk this content.
I
gotta milk this gore.
I was about to ask, are you actually building something today, or are you just petitating this
I'm literally just ruining a base.
You're just scrub this base for 2 hours straight, basically?
I just wanted to hang out with you and also get a stream count up, right? So
yeah, a path to affiliate. Oh, speaking of, anyone that isn't familiar with Langlandia's content, make sure to go check him out. He just started streaming recently. Super amazing, genuine guy. Great content, and I really don't think you'll be disappointed. So make sure you head over to his channel. You can type the "Who am I hearing" command in my chat, and you'll be able to just be linked straight over there. And I highly suggest you give him a follow and help him get to the path of affiliate, man.
Thank you very much, friends. I appreciate that.
All right, here's a question.
Okay.
Stepped caps or no step caps on this board?
Stepped. I mean, you may as well go normal middle because you already did full backspace, but stepped caps is the way. You've got the Sangan bottom row. It's stepped caps.
You know what?
Have split backspace.
You're right. And sometimes I would defer to my chat because I like to let them make decisions sometimes, but I think your logic is absolute here. Because it's the win keyless bottom row, well, win keyless in air quotes, I guess, since technically it's a win key, but I think you're right. In stepped is generally my preference. What's his name?
Which again, also it's a personal build, so put what you want.
Yes, of course. Well, I mean, it's not that hard to change it, right?
Chat, but also,
I mean, if I really disliked it, it would take me all of a minute to desolder it and resolder it in the new position. So I'm not going to sweat it too much, really. Sapphire Links is asking, what's his name? So if you actually, I'll type in the command right now. Who am I hearing? So that'll just link you straight to his Twitch channel. There you go, right there, Langlandia, twitch.tv/Langlandia. Which I realize is an interesting word to say, and so you might not always know how to spell it. But there you go.
I always have to keep the E in though, because I feel like I would have some Danes very upset with me if I just took the E out.
What's the origin of the name? Because I don't think I've ever actually asked you this.
So okay, so that's a good question. So Langlandia. Okay, so because I can dox myself, because I've doxed myself all of my life. My last name is Langland, which is very Danish. Okay, the root of that word is long land, is what it literally means, which is like our house is long, we have long heritage, is like the whole bullshit behind it, right? But and then when you add like the ia to something that in Game of Thrones rules in my mind, that means like house of. So Langlandia is literally just House of Langland, and my wife loves it. We have a thing that hangs on our wall that has like the coordinates of our home, and it says Langlandia on it. She like hand painted it, and it's like it's just the thing that we've always loved and had and done. So it couldn't not be my username. So House of Long Houses, that's exactly correct. Scrub. Right. Thank you for the follow, Sapphire. Ooh, man, I forget how hot it gets in here, and I have a sweater on.
Yeah, I actually have an air conditioner on, which I'm assuming they could probably hear in my stream, so I apologize for that, guys. But it's a little warm here as well, so needed a little bit of cooling off.
Can you be adopted to the House of Langland? I have no issues, but you're gonna have to spell it right. There's an E after the G.
Yes,
you gotta get it right.
Normally when I type it, like, if I'm like talking about you to someone, because obviously I say super nice things about you to everyone in everyone's DMs constantly. I'm just constantly DMing everyone about how amazing you are. So
guys, did you hear how great Lang is? This guy's fucking awesome.
Yes, exactly.
Holy shit. Oh man.
All right. I believe we're going to be doing some soldering here.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull up my kind of, I don't know, I guess solder mat, if you will. It's just a cheap old desk mat that I got off Amazon years and years and years ago that I kind of just have sacrificed to the solder gods. Yeah. I just throw it over the top of my whatever desk mat I'm actually using. In this case, is the Twila, or the
Kimchi Jody Boy. That pun gets you mad respect from me. lengthy domicile. Longhouse. Oh God, so good. You want to hang out at Lang's house? I don't know if anyone wants to hang out at my house.
I want to hang out at your house.
We can hang out elsewhere. I have 2 small children.
That's
and
true.
A relatively small home, and I don't know if you love that, friends. You're welcome. You're welcome to come here. Put that wooden thing back. I shouldn't have. You know, you live and learn.
Major trippy hearing both streams side by side, but now you have new people to raid. That's fantastic. Definitely raid Lang, always.
Oh my God.
Always.
Well, many hearts. Always raiding Top Clack if I'm ever in that situation.
Yeah. And of course, don't let me forget to raid after this stream as well, too, because sometimes it just slips my mind, but I always want to raid people.
I love... Mechs on Deck started a thing where they started raiding people in the keyboard hobby, like on one of their 3 days.
Yeah.
And there have been some really cool things that they've kind of accidented upon.
Yeah, I've a couple times I've raided this channel called P-Leaf, and she's like this super wholesome like music and performing arts streamer. And like she doesn't really get like a ton of viewership, but she's like, you know, comparable to something like Top Clack, I guess. And she's like super awesome, and she just like sings. She just like plays piano and sings, and it's like amazing.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and it's like super wholesome.
Oh, that actually what is his name? Elevision, Keeb Noob, are you still in the chat? There's Ukulele Dad, who,
Ukulele Dad, huh? I
so
like that.
so Keeb Noob, she streams occasionally, but her dad is a musician and he plays ukulele. But because of the pandemic, he and his friends can't play at their local restaurant that they do once a week. So over lunch and Thursday nights, like around 2 hours after you guys start, he streams just playing random ukulele songs, and it's so wholesome and lovely, and I can't stop recommending him enough. He's like this adorable dad that wears a Hawaiian shirt and plays great music, and it's just awesome. It's so good. So please check him out if you enjoy some very wholesome smiley things. Okay, so I've brushed the hell out of this board, and I wonder if I should continue, because really I've only done the absolute base and the visible parts is what I've removed. Because the tolerances on this are so tight that if I were to try... And I know we're talking mere microns of patina, but I'm worried that if I did the edges, it wouldn't fit very well anymore. So I think I'm only going to do visible stuff. You know, I might... I don't know. I'm really kind of digging this brush that I'm doing right now. I might leave it like this for a couple days before I force the blue. Because it looks pretty cool, man. Maybe I'll try and get all of the streaks even.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
That is looking really cool.
Yeah, it like the logo looks great.
I was about to say the transition that on the logo, because I've had your stream paused for like 15 or 20 minutes or whatever. Big difference since I had it unpaused earlier. Wow.
Yeah, and like, so the color is going to be hard to capture, but we'll look at it this way, and then I'll flip it. And yeah, you can see it. I did like 2 scratches there, and you can see it. That's just the coating removed, because I'm not actually like going into the metal.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Rust too. Hello, thank you for joining. It's a good person there.
Russ is always great.
Rust is great.
I've been enjoying popping in when he's in one of my voice channels in the Top Clack server. They're all they're all just kind of hanging out and gaming or designing stuff. It's pretty great.
Oh yeah, I love that so many people have started streaming design, like board design.
That's what we really need more of. Things like, and I remember I preach this all the time, but Bush for every now and then he does like a PCB kind of like design stream, and it's like it's really eye-opening. A lot of people think that like Bush is just like a walking meme or whatever because he's always joking around, and he is. He's a very lighthearted guy in that sense, but like he really is like super duper smart. He's like an electrical engineer, and he's fantastic at PCB design. And his content that he puts out is like really, really top tier, and I kind of wish more people would do stuff like that, because we need, like, build streams are cool, don't get me wrong, but like it's not quite as educational for a lot of people in the hobby that are like already familiar with building like a keyboard, Because like,
Ooh,
let's be honest, like most people can build a keyboard, but like
Yeah.
to like understand like what goes into something like, you know, case design or PCB design or, you know, this or that, I think is really beneficial for the community at large.
Agreed. Hey, and I'll share this with you too, Brian. But Gary brings up that Gondo did the Rukia PCB stream today. He's another person that is really fantastic.
Yeah, Gondo Lindrum is amazing, and you know he's the same kind of guy. He does a lot of PCB work, super duper smart.
And Deported Village Idiot brings up Salvin too. Like that's a fantastic thing. I had no idea.
Salvin exploded. Yeah, because like it's he's just so good. Like he's such a good character. His stream content's good, and like he's doing
a nice guy.
He's doing a lot of internal work like in the community, and like a lot of people are just big fans of that. Me being one of them.
I know certain prototypes that are going to come from him, so I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be cool. You start seeing more and more and more boards in people's hands, seeing his quality and his passion for it. Like him changing his entire CNC mounting setup to Lang stud instead, just to gain, what did he say, 4 microns of tolerance? Like, holy crap.
Yeah, he's full-time now, too, right? He just recently went full-time keyboard community.
Yeah, July 1st was
amazing.
His first day full-time.
That's good. Those are the type of people, like, we need to be, like, making full-time in our community. Like, you got to be supporting these kind of people because, like, they're really crucial to our hobby.
So I've got a couple questions in my chat that I might be able to help with. Sapphire is asking, what is the thing y'all dip your soldering iron in? That is to clean the tip. I believe you're talking about the gold thing on Brian's stream.
It's a brass sponge.
Yeah, it's a brass sponge essentially to clean solder and flux off the tip of the iron.
Yeah, this particular model is just a Hako Hako 599B. These are pretty cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I have a couple of them.
Yep, I think I ordered more today too. I got a new tip for my desoldering station, so. No one has answered that question today. Oh, have you asked it a lot? I'm sorry. Sorry if I missed it earlier.
Vacate says, me looking at Iron 165 prices on r/mech market, Pepega. It's not a cheap board on the aftermarket, but, you know, I mean, it is what it is. You should, if you're considering buying something like this and you're okay with TKLs, the Iron 180, which is a very similar design aesthetically, but it's a TKL format, which it looks absolutely incredible, and I have no doubt that it's going to be amazing as well, just as the Iron 165 is. That could be totally up your alley, because I think that group buy is starting in the near-ish future.
Yeah, and so they're ordering protos. I believe they ordered them this week. They were supposed to in their time. And yes, there will be a round 2 for the 6.5. That'll be 265. Question mark as to when. They have a calendar. They have things planned, right? But as to when, question mark. Yeah, so Deported Village Idiot, what I'm doing is I'm scratching the hell out of this so that I'm taking the coating off so that I can force patina. But in doing it, looking at this, I might leave it like this for a little while because it looks pretty great.
What do you have like a reference image on what you're trying to achieve?
No, so it's actually interesting. It's really hard to show on the stream. I'll try and get it, but it catches the light in a very, very specific way when it is brushed to a level. So like this is a good example here. The area inside the letter of the E that is darker is not to the brush standard that I'm looking for. Whereas the area that is satin and smooth is. So
I'm pretty new to the whole patina methods and stuff. I've seen people use like the vinegar solutions. I've seen.
Oh, this is the second thing I've ever done.
Like egg is something people have used as well. It seems like there's numerous. I've seen the flame treatment where people take torches.
Yeah.
To like their plates.
That actually,
which looks amazing. I remember. I think it was Pernicious Pony. I don't even know if he's in the hobby anymore. Years ago, but I remember he took a torch to one of his like Mech 27 plates, if I recall, and it produces a really interesting result.
I haven't heard that in a long time.
It's a bit dated these days, but I mean it's just it's kind of like a Jane alternative, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's nothing wrong with it. I mean it's an older board, but The fire treatment is actually how I found what I used to seal it. This SC Johnson paste wax, because it is a very thin wax that, see if I can't actually get it open for you guys, and just show you. I really wish that I could share the smell of it, though, because I think that this is a product that they made in the 30s originally, and it's the original formula, because it's full of so many solvents. I think that if I put it too close to the lights I have turned on, it might just catch fire. It's just wild. God, I can't get it open. I wanted to show you how soft of a wax it is, though, because this is what I'll be using to actually, quote unquote, seal it, because it protects the patina but also leaves a satin finish. So here, it's just real soft. Just go right into it like that. Ooh, the smell is something else. Yeah, it's very, very used in jewelry and metalwork. Yeah. So here's what it looks like. I'll put it on the inside just to show you guys. It's basically like how you would wax a car. You put it on, you let it dry, and you buff it off. And then we'll see if we can't tell the difference in this versus that.
Vacate in my chat says, I saw a post trying to trade a Polaris for an NK65. Not sure if troll or not. Interesting. That's something I wanna cover on potentially next week's episode of Top Clack. Actually, is
that's interesting.
Like entry level boards and like why they're being sold for so much more. Because like there's kind of like a deeper. The Polaris is such a good example, right? Because the Polaris was designed, by AIO3, of course, and if I'm not mistaken, he forewent taking any profit whatsoever, so the board could achieve the price that it could be at. And now people are selling that, for 2 to 3 times on the aftermarket, and it's like it feels really against the spirit of the product, and it's like it feels like an insult to the designer at that point as well. And it's so strange to me. And the NK65 as well. Like that board was designed to be like immensely cheap. He took years to design that board to get it as cheap as he possibly could. And people are selling it for 2 to 3 times price. And it's like, holy crap.
Yeah, I mean that sucks, man. And I don't. Yeah. Art Kotsu, why wax and not poly or enamel? I was worried that some kind of normal sealant would be too thick, and then the tolerances of the board being what they are wouldn't work well together, because it actually, the first time I pulled it apart, it was so tight tolerance wise that I had to force it apart, even though the base weighs like 6 pounds. So yeah, I mean, it does suck. People are going to sell it for whatever the hell they want to sell it for, though, unfortunately.
Yeah,
do anything you can to combat.
The law of supply and demand is pretty enormous in the keyboard hobby. It's unfortunate that so many people have to see it this way, because I feel like it shouldn't be this way. Like, when you have those super budget entry level boards that are supposed to be very easy to buy and very accessible, inexpensive, so that more people can actually afford it, and then like they're starting to be sold at these super high end premium keyboard prices. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate, because it makes it a lot harder for people that should be owning those boards to like actually own them, because a lot of people are buying them just to flip, or just because they think it's a super high-end product. But at the end of the day, like it's not really the spirit. It's not the spirit of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna see if this command works.
Does the spring sound from switches come from the spring? I feel like that's a really hard question to answer. I mean, I guess if it's spring sound, then it absolutely is coming from the spring. But I mean, there's so many variables in it, right? Usually it's pretty obvious if it's spring ping. But pinging can absolutely be caused just by the design of the case, or potentially other variables as well. But springs are usually a good start, and you can spring swap switches pretty easily these days too. I highly suggest you lube your springs, because that often, regardless of the spring, will often remove the ping. Some springs are just a little too bad, and lube can't quite save them, but lube usually helps substantially, if nothing else.
Visionaire, the patina does not flake around the edges. It's hard to get to the edges with the patina, but it doesn't flake or anything. That's partially why I chose to coat it with that wax, which I can do periodically to make sure it's still sealed. Oh, which, by the way, our wax is dry, so let's remove it. Where did that damn... Oh, God, I have to show you this, Brian.
All right.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Let me see it. How much are tofu keyboards now? Well, I mean, if they're in stock at KBD Fans, for example, they're not going to be terribly expensive, thankfully.
Okay. So...
when people start flipping tofus, man, I'm gonna shed some tears.
First things first, I'm going to take this wax off and see if there's visible difference on the coated brass. Very likely not, but...
I know I'm slaughtering super slow, guys. I'm sorry.
No, not really.
I'm going pretty slow.
Here's what I wanted to show you. If you could unpause my stream.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Okay. Let me give you some background. My beautiful wife, for Father's Day, ordered me some clothing, some NASA-themed clothing.
Oh,
yeah, I remember this. From what turned out to be basically just a reseller of Taobao stuff. Not Taobao, but anyways. So it came from China. It took 6 weeks to get here. She got very frustrated, and then when it arrived, so the sweatpants fit great. They're XLs. There's one misspelling on it. Whatever. The T-shirt is very cool. It's dye sublimated. It's breathable. There are 2 misspellings on it. The hoodie that was 2XL was so small I tore it putting it on, which was one thing. And then let me show my screen this. So here's the torn hoodie, by the way. This is the left breast area of the hoodie. But here, let me show this and read it to you. How badly this is misspelled. The National Anogtics and Space Administration is an independent agency of the executive branch. Executive branch. It's just so bad.
I mean, it seems like a troll, right? Like, it seems like it has to be a
it's
troll.
like they intended to be that bad. And it's not just spelling. It's like there's a period after Washington, but not after C for Washington, D.C. It's just the weirdest thing ever. To their credit, they have started the process of refunding. To their credit. So I will give them that. Where can you buy it? It's from a place called Ice Cold Lemonade. Get that as a custom command. Oh, Visionaire.
Oh yeah, that's
perfect.
It's like a perfect
NASA
copy
custom
pasta,
command.
Right? It's like a perfect copy pasta.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put it in my server too. Like, oof.
Fantastic.
That's chef's kiss perfection. Okay.
And Mr. JJ in my chat is asking me what I think of the F96 avocado, which I don't think I've ever heard of before. I've been not necessarily away from the community for the last several months, but I haven't really been in the proper mindset to like learn in the community for the last 6 or 8 months. And because of that, I kind of missed out or skimmed over on a lot of things. So I'm trying to kind of play the catch-up game now and try to learn about all the things that I've missed. So I'm unfamiliar with the avocado, but I do like avocados.
Avocados are lovely. They're very fatty. Not that fat is necessarily a bad thing.
It's a good kind of fat, right? As long as you're taking it in moderation. So.
Which, by the by, I don't know how many of you have had the privilege of meeting Brian in person. Brian looks svelte. Brian has trimmed the face and the arms. He's looking good these days. He lost some.
Thanks, man.
Oof,
I appreciate
looks
that.
Good.
I've been
looking good.
I've been trying, man. I've been exercising every day. I've been trying to eat better. I'm down about 60 pounds as of like 6-ish months ago.
Holy good for you. Damn. You lost the weight. I found it. So that's cool.
Yeah, last time when you saw me at the Seattle meetup, that was pretty much the heaviest the heaviest point of my life. I was about 310, and now I'm down to about 250. I still have a little ways to go, but the progress is there. So I'm pretty grateful for that.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. Good for you, man. Man, I don't know. It's going to be hard to stream. I have to figure out how I'm going to stream this, because maybe I'm going to have to get a good day where I can open all of the windows in the house and not have the family here, so that I can do a higher quality stream, or I'll have to do it during the day where there's sunlight. I think for right now, this looks very cool brushed. I think I'm going to get this even and seal it for now, because I've already done what I wanted to do on the stream tonight, which is brush it. But I think I'm going to wait to force it. This, I don't have a keyboard command build. Thank you, TSC. Oh, the alias you set this command to be of, stream, does not exist. I have to figure out Nightbot.
Thank you, Frankie1 Kenobi. I appreciate that, man. Coinstorm
This is the
showing
Iron
up,
165.
too. How's it going, Coinstorm?
I'm sorry.
No, you're good, man. You're good.
This is the Iron 165. Ooh, can we get a bicep curl with an iron on each hand? Well, I mean, see if I can't get it on camera. Nope, that's the way you do it.
I gotta watch the bicep curl. Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wax this, and I think I'm gonna call it a day for tonight on this.
Heck yeah, man. Sounds good.
It's also, you know, again, it's path to affiliate, so I didn't have like a full stream of things. Oh yeah, look at that gun. Oh, okay. So, actually, interestingly, the polycarbonate Iron 165, I typically go for Sangan, the 7U bottom row, but my friend Moon is a dummy and ordered the wrong one. So instead of the copper Sangan plate in this, I have an ANSI brass plate in this. And
you know, I gotta be honest, every time you pull that board out, I get really jealous, especially when you show the bottom. Especially
it's
when you
really
show
good.
the bottom.
I like it so much. It's so lovely.
It's pretty fantastic. It's
I'm really excited
outrageous.
about it.
Like, that weight is just unreal, man. Unreal. Can you walk us through the process on how you did that?
Yeah,
just briefly?
So I scratched the shit out of it, like I'm doing with this. And then I flicked a bunch of... I only used salt water instead of vinegar and salt. I flicked it on there after I'd set it in a container, which is a large kind of Tupperware Rubbermaid thing, like one of those bins you can buy at Target. And then I poured a bunch of ammonia at the bottom and I put a lid on top. And then it did this. It forced this effect. My favorite thing about it, and I'll see if I can't focus. See the flecks on it? There's like little flecks everywhere. That's actually the salt, which crystallized and is sealed on there, and it does shine in the light. It's not catching it on the camera, but it does. It's very, very cool. I like it a lot. I'm excited to eventually do it to this one, but this brushed metal looks so cool. I wonder if I can get it. Are you gonna focus?
All right, I think I'm done soldering. I'm gonna go ahead and test
it.
Some
looks
switches.
Very cool. I think I'm gonna seal it and call it a day.
Sounds good, man. In theory, I'm done soldering, so I'm...
Oh, hey, we're going to end around the same time. That's cool.
Well, it'll take me about 3 or 4 hours to, put some keycaps
put it on keycaps.
Naturally, right? That's just...
You know what, Neb? That's a good point. The brush look should be more consistent. I'm going to go over it a little while and make the brushing more consistent.
Neb's kind of a perfectionist, and I don't mean that necessarily in a bad way.
He's right, though. I should be. I mean, it's a board that someone would likely pay lots of money for.
It's an Iron 165. You gotta pull out all the stops on a board like that, right?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and give this PCB a quick test now that I have this all soldered in, and if everything goes according to plan, we can go ahead and finish the assembly and throw some keycaps on. And of course, I'll let you guys decide what keycaps I'm gonna start with today. I'll have a look in my my wondrous drawer of primarily GMK.
It's almost as if GMK is pretty good.
I am a big fan. I'm a big fan of GMK. I gotta be honest.
I like it.
It's almost like it's the community's favorite keycap manufacturer.
Well, I mean, I'm interested to know how quickly that falls out of favor because of the fucking 14-month lead times now.
Sometimes you like to see this, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my switch hitter here. There we go. Oh lord, we testing.
Oh lord, are you testing?
Yeah, see, the default layer is set up to split backspace too. That's funny.
I told you.
Hey man, I believe it. I believe. Actually, wait. That's kind of. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, we're making progress here. I'm usually pretty good about soldering. I hate to toot my own horn, but I rarely have switches that don't work, unless there's like a diode missing or something.
Kimchi Jody Boy is asking for more JTK triple shots. You might get your wish.
Every key registers. We did it again, boys.
You did it! Oh,
we did it again.
Proud.
All right. So I guess I still have a few things to do, right? I still have to get the daughter board in the case, and I still have to apply the gaskets as well. So I guess that's kind of the next step, right? Put the.
Do you want me to send the most recent layout I have, so you can at least just put it in VIA?
Yes. Ideally, I would love to use this board in VIA. That is kind of my goal here. But I mean, obviously, I can wait till I'm done building it as well. Okay. So I guess let's see, screwing in. This is the right way to do this, right? I'll screw in the daughter board and then put the gaskets on, and then we can go ahead and assemble. I'm going to clean out this little kind of USB area here, just because there's a little bit of just kind of like just powdery material, I suppose. Let's see, what do I have? I don't have any compressed air. Microfiber cloth it is.
How are you not in your shop? You need compressed air. It's just crap.
How do you think I have a shop? You think I'm that fancy?
I'm kidding, of course.
Actually, I'm about to move in just a couple days, and for the first time, I'm gonna have a room and an office. So that I'm really looking forward to that, because I mean, as I'm sure a lot of you can tell, I'm actually in my room right now. If I look behind me, I have Futurama on the TV. Like, look at this. Like, I'm just chilling in my room. This is where I always do the show from. This is where I build stream from. All right.
Oh, it is on my desktop. Here I am. There we go.
All right, I believe.
I'm pretty sure this is the right one. I'm sorry if it's not. Otherwise, it's pinned in their Discord, and I'll go searching for it. Pretty sure that's the one you need.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah, there's some love for Rukia going on in my chat, and that is an accurate thing to love. Rukia good.
Alright, so how does this go in here?
What are you looking at in there specifically?
I'm not
disconnected, JSP.
No, yeah, I'm not having trouble. I'm just talking to myself at this point.
Got it. I was like, girl.
No, I'm good.
I can help you.
I'm screwing this in. I'm just making sure I have it. I wasn't sure if it went up or down. But I'm assuming it's this way.
Damn, Luke's got some manly arms. That's a comment.
You've met him, right? Did you meet him last Seattle?
I snuggled with Luke.
That guy is built, man. He is so buff.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
I'm like, please don't beat me up. But he's like the nicest guy in the world in person. So
yeah, Luke's the gem. Okay, we're gonna rub this now. Neb, if I can get an iron, I will attempt to wrestle Luke. I will probably die, but I will die happy because I will have owned an iron.
It doesn't even matter if Luke's actually like has any wrestling experience or anything. I would not want to wrestle Luke. And I did martial arts for a vast majority of my life.
It was funny. He and like you had the pleasure of meeting my brother. He's a giant boy.
Yeah.
And
Great
Luke
guy
was
as
like,
well.
I don't want to fight him. He's got leverage. I was like, Luke, I think you win, buddy. It's just so you're clear.
If Luke doesn't wrestle, he certainly should.
Are there any common imperfections that usually show up on polycarb keyboards? Do you want to take that one?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Are there any common imperfections that usually show up on polycarb keyboards?
Polycarb keyboards. I feel like polycarbonate fingerprints really easily. And you kind of have to clean it a bit because of that, because I think it can kind of stain a little bit if you touch it.
Can scratch
if you handle it too much. It can scratch very easily as well.
Pretty damn easily, yeah.
Yeah.
But common imperfections, not really. You know, not that I've noticed. I mean, I've had, I think, 4 now. But I'm just gonna rub this wax on here, boys. Like factory imperfections.
Oh, factory imperfections. Well, I mean, I feel like
you have to look for CNC burn, right? If they machine it too quickly, won't it melt the edges?
I'm not too familiar with manufacturing polycarbonate, just mainly because I feel like in this day and age, generally speaking, like if like a vendor or even like a group buy runner is running a polycarbonate product, generally they're gonna have like enough invested into it to like have some extra units. That way, like they can kind of QC, and if there's like any issues, like they can kind of handle it there. So it's not like all these boards are like being sent out, you know, like defective or whatever, or, you know, imperfect as polycarbonate most of the time. So I don't know. I don't see polycarbonate getting manufactured a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm not the person to be asking about that. Oh wait, I didn't put the gaskets on. That's right.
Those of you that are watching the waxing portion of my stream, this is the appropriate moment for Mr. Miyagi jokes.
So it's 12 gaskets, right? 6 on top, 6 on bottom.
16 all day, 8 and 8.
8 and 8? Oh, on the sides. Yeah, you're right.
Sides.
Okay, my bad. I didn't notice that.
I swear to Christ, on my stream, I did the exact same thing. I'm like, oh, there's 12. Nope.
Are there any extra? If I mess one of these up, am I screwed?
JHS 1996.
Okay, so
when
I can't mess
when am I
these up.
forcing the patina? I have to figure out how I'm going to stream that. So it won't be tomorrow, probably next week, if I can figure it out. I'll rub wax for you, Rust. Whatever you need, baby. And thank God I've got this great Father's Day present to wipe the wax off when it's time for it. Oh, God. We're just going to let it dry. The top of your head is a very pretty board.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I know. I make this mistake a lot on build streams, actually.
I'm just giving you shit.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you for the Shark Twitch follow. I appreciate that.
I'm already messing up.
Affiliate Lang streams in the morning and supper
Kind of.
time. You know, I try.
Actually, that's probably...
After midnight, I might go live learning a new video game. We'll see.
I'm down for some Lang game streaming.
It's just ridiculous, is what it is. For any of you that give a damn, that are in my stream, look at a couple of highlights I just posted, or that are on my channel, and man, that was weird. I was learning Rainbow Siege 6 the other day, and I streamed it to get some more streams under my belt, and it was pretty wild.
Are you generally like a gamer?
I mean, I play a lot of League. I play Golf with Your Friends. I play a lot of Switch, but a gamer, I don't know if I would consider myself. I lost almost 2.5 years of my life played time to WoW. So I've always played games, but I don't know if I'd put myself in the gamer realm. Get on the Valorant hype. I'd stream League, Rust. It wouldn't be as funny. It would just be how embarrassing.
Okay,
this man has played this many hours.
My first gasket's a little wonky, but I think it's still going to be efficient.
Oh, you want to feel better?
Uh-oh.
Here, let me.
My hands are not small.
No,
and
let me make you feel good.
enough.
Let me make you feel good. Look.
All right.
Look, just straight wonk. Just straight wonk. Right there. We've got some there. You can see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry. It still works, man.
Yeah, I figured it probably wouldn't really be a detriment to the performance at all, but you know, I get a little worried, but I don't have like spare gaskets. Like if I have just enough, I'm like, oh crap, I can't mess this up. So like I wind up outthinking myself.
Yeah, and if you feel self-conscious, anyone in this chat that can post a perfectly aligned all 16 gaskets, please share your fucking secrets, because it ain't happening in Jeff land.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend I'm going pro at this. All right, I'm just not doing it.
Ooh, Visionaire. I know that feel. That was when I left as well. Give me the chance to show my stuff, coach. Neb, if you've got a picture of perfectly aligned gaskets, share that.
I believe it. Neb would be the guy to perfectly align the gasket. Yeah, he would be one of the few in the community I feel like would probably nail it every time. I'm not cool enough to be that guy.
Because I also never see it, so all right. I've let this dry for a little while. I'm gonna rub this off. And I'll give a nice side-by-side. Oof. Thank you for the follow, whoever it was. I didn't see your name, but I love you for it.
If you're not following Langlandia, go follow him now. All right. Do people?
It looks really cool.
I guess you don't need to cut the middle gasket by the USB, right?
No. You can just put it over it. You can always get it out.
That was yeah. The last time I did this particular kind of setup was with the Leaf 60, and with the Leaf 60, it has the same kind of setup where you have a gasket that goes over the USB, but you have to cut it there, otherwise you can't fully assemble the board, if I remember correctly. So that was kind of weird. But here, it's obviously a little bit more elegant, thankfully.
Okay, this looks really good with the wax on it. I'm really happy with this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. All right, I need a clean cloth now, though. So I'll get the arm of my torn sweater out. We'll rub it. Buff it.
This aside for a second.
Sorry if there's shaky cams. I'm doing my best to not shake.
That's just how it goes.
Thanks, Mandrew.
That's just how it goes sometimes.
They're not. None of them are mounted to my desk, but I could be shaking enough to create shake. Because I live.
I do the same thing. My camera's on a boom arm that's actually attached to my windowsill. It's so janky.
Hey man, if it doesn't shake most times, who the hell cares? That's some good quality stuff.
Yeah, I think most of the time I'm alright.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm building an Iron 165 for myself.
Okay, so some of my hand oils have gotten some inconsistencies here, but
that's part of the charm, right? That just means
once I patina
it,
that won't matter. This does look really good, though. God, if I turn that off,
that does look fantastic. Are you gonna? What kind of like result are you going for? Are you trying to do the entire bottom like the weight on the polycarbonate version?
Yeah, eventually I'll get there.
Ah, okay.
But you know what? I can't be upset about this. Look at that. That looks good.
That's pretty classy.
Yeah. Okay. And then that's where she was, but Ooh. Oh, missed something. Come here, NASA hoodie. Yeah, the right side's pretty great. Neb, I'm gonna off stream. I'll take a drill to it because I've got brass brush heads, so I'll get it really consistent with that, and then reseal it. Because the consistency for this will set up the consistency of the patina when I do that. So, yep, I gave a Midwest ope.
Oh. I do that in person a lot. Like if I'm like about to like run into someone like accidentally, while walking or something.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Static Age in my chat is asking, what are the gaskets made out of? Is it like a gasket that I would use in my car, or more like foam? So, like, depending on the boards, you're gonna have kind of different gasket materials, potentially different. Is it durometer? Is that the word I'm looking for here as well? Like the hardness.
Yeah,
the gasket. I think it's a durometer. Either way, this is actually one of the lighter, more airy kind of gaskets I've felt. This to me feels a little bit more like Eva foam, which I'm not sure if it is or not, but it feels very similar to that.
You're going to be so happy when you're done with that. All right, I'll put this back together. We can each do some typing tests on multiple irons. It'll be great. People will be happy.
I'm only gonna have one iron built though.
That's okay.
And you have like
I'll go first with one. Then you'll go. Then I'll go. It'll be great.
I like it. All right.
We will share in the
Oppa.
Oppa. Okay. Let's get that daughter board back in there. Get on in there. Okay.
All right.
That's not the bit I need. There's one bit. Here's the other bit. Good. I'm going to have to wash the hell out of my hands. So much metal residue. You know, on my streams, I do this thing where I do the Minnesota Minute, where I talk with a super Minnesotan accent for about a minute, and I complain about something in a passive-aggressive manner.
Oh, yeah?
And Zor, actually, we created a character. We decided that character's named Merv. And Merv has a desk mat that he made, mocked up really quickly, and it's hilarious.
Merv.
They're talking about Ope. They're talking about Ope in my chat, which is why that came up, by the way. So...
Nice.
I'm not from Minnesota. I'm currently in Minnesota. I grew up in the definitely way better state, South Dakota. Don't go visit. It's terrible. Yeah, I'm from South Dakota originally. Minnesota is where I have made my home.
Ever plan on moving? Or are you staying there?
I am open to moving wherever the wind blows me. It's just that while the very rare amount of family I have is still alive, we want to be close for the kids' sake, so they know them.
That makes sense.
But my wife would like Atlanta a lot. I think we would like the Pacific Northwest a lot.
Come out here. You belong out here in the Pacific Northwest.
Rain and mild temperatures is like the fucking jam. So
and your brother's already out here.
He is. He's in Tacoma.
Yeah, only about 45 minutes away from me.
I know, so close. I can't wait to visit again.
Yes. If you visit and you don't let me know, I'm going to be very upset.
I would be upset. You kidding? Come on. You can't go out there and not see friends.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Also, for anyone that wasn't expecting it, we've got CRP Arabic on the FE. So good.
Go ahead, just make me more jealous. Thanks.
Listen, I used all my luck on this one keycap set.
That's the 2.2, right?
Yeah, the 2.2. I got one of 4 extras.
Oh my gosh, you're so awesome. I'm jealous.
I got so lucky. I didn't know it was in group buy because originally for Cafe I wanted Arabic Sublegends.
For Cafe, really?
Originally, but they were so prohibitively expensive because they would require all new molds. It was before Pulse.
Yeah.
So I cut it, and so I just love the look of this language, especially on keycaps. And so,
it's beautiful. It's like honestly just gorgeous.
It's so pretty.
I'm almost done putting gaskets on, guys. I swear.
See, great. I am in the metro. I am in a southern suburb, if that gives it away to you. A suburb very similar to one Krelbit. The same, in fact, if you know where he is.
All right. I sliced my finger open a little bit.
How did you do that?
I don't know. It's a good question. I'm going to go grab a Band-Aid real quick, though. It's not that bad. Don't worry, guys. But I do want to get a Band-Aid real quick. I'll be right back.
Guys, let's start a GoFundMe page for Brian's medical bills from his now obviously massive gash that he has on his hand. So one thing that we talked about last night, or Max talked about last night, he built an FE for a client, is when you're squishing these irons together, because initially the gaskets have a lot of air and foam in them, you want to squish it with your hand instead of torquing it with the actual screwdriver, like the actual screw, because God forbid you do damage to one of these lovely boards. So ooh, North Metro, good. We should, I believe, anyone in the Minnesota or near Minnesota area, I believe they're still planning a meetup in September. It was July. I think they moved it back.
All right, we back in business.
You're right, Visionaire. I don't want to damage the board like if you were to take a brass brush to an entire part of it.
Static Age is asking me if I've ever been to a PDX meetup. You know what? I haven't, but I keep meaning to go. I mean, Portland is really not that far of a drive for me. It's only like 3-4 hours. And I keep meaning to go out there because I know Mech Merlin goes to some of them as well. And I've thought about just kind of tagging along with him. Because I have, there's a few people in the keyboard community I want to visit in there. Mr. Petrov being one of them.
Petrov, such a good dude.
Yeah.
I love him.
He's always been incredibly nice to me, and he's a good time.
Just a gracious human too.
Yeah.
And I mean, Mech Merlin, Mark, one of the nicest people on the earth. Like,
I feel like I say that about like so many people in the community, but like it's so true.
Yeah, it really is. Like we have a very wholesome community of folks here. Yeah. And I can't quite believe it. All right. I've got the winner of Apiary's Rukia in my stream. Raikami 4. Congratulations. RN Jesus has blessed you.
Super nerds bond over weird hobbies. Yeah, I mean this hobby is pretty weird. Let's be real, but hey, we sure do love it.
I loved Jay's point last night when he was like talking to the shop about keyboards and gaskets. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, I didn't realize that electronic keyboards had gaskets in them. No. Computer keyboards.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It's so true too, because that's like exactly the conversations I have with people. People are like, what are you into? Like, what do you do? And I'm like, I talk about keyboards on a podcast. I talk about mechanical keyboards. I'm like, oh, so you're into music? And I'm like, yes, sure, I'm into music. It's totally music. Because it's like at that point, it's like it's hard to like strike up a conversation about that, because so many people like are just like, what? That makes no sense. Why would you ever do that? All right, we're almost there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, the line goes up.
Oh my god, I'm so excited!
Here,
I'm so
let's
excited.
have dueling irons.
All right.
My camera has no idea what to focus on. Let's turn on that light.
It's happening, guys. It's happening.
Oh, there we go. Look at this. So good. You guys still have to vote on which keycaps go on that.
Oh, yeah. I feel like it's hard. Is it difficult to close this all the way because of the foam?
Oh, you were away when I was talking about it. So, yes.
Okay.
Torque them, squeeze them with your hands because they want to go.
I didn't want to like get overly aggressive with it unless like that is actually the strategy.
Yeah, squeeze them with your hands, not the screws.
Fair enough.
Just doing some exercises here. Wait, there we go. It's the most exercise I've done in 3 years. man. A literal flex. Most expensive dumbbells ever. Yeah, I wonder what someone would pay for this. And now no one will pay anything for this one, which is exactly what we need. He ruined the entire bottom. Yup. Ooh, it's so... Ooh, it slides now. She slide, boys. What? Yes. Good.
Am I just stupid, or is this like actually kind of a little difficult?
No, it's actually difficult. You have to squeeze. Yeah, you have to squeeze. For sure. Ooh, the polycarb for silent auction. Yeah, which, by the way, you like it. Good name, by the way. Minterly and Alex Odos are doing a fundraiser for
yes, thank you for bringing that up.
Awareness. And they have some insane things that they are auctioning off to raise money, and please check them out.
I have the link on hand, actually. I'll share that in a moment.
Just the polycarb iron is currently bid at $2,600 on the silent auction already. Well, so
yeah,
here, let me get her.
Have you seen that board? Like, Lang's been showing it off. That thing is freaking nuts.
I mean, it's good. It's good. Okay,
I'm not going to screw these in entirely yet, but I'm just going to kind of get these most of the way in.
Oh, I should probably plug in my keyboard if I want it to fucking work. Jesus.
It turns out that sometimes that's really helpful for a working keyboard to be plugged in, you know?
All right. Twitch. There we go.
I'm making progress, guys. This is working.
That's where you want to go. Oh my god, you clipped a literal flex. Oh my god.
A literal flex clip. I like it. Oh, I'm down to 69 viewers. Perfect. That's what I was hoping for.
The best number.
That's right. Nice.
Imagine having 69 viewers.
Looks like you're at 67 according to my screen.
Am I really? Oh, what the fuck? Really? Thanks, friends.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
That dual stream.
Yeah, yeah. It works, man. Hey, man.
Damn.
It's good stuff.
Congratulations. My most watched stream is me ruining the bottom of a keyboard. Here, I'll
yeah, but you know that's okay because you have awesome upcoming streams as well.
I do. Next week, I should receive my crown. Next week, the purple TKL from Blind Assassin. Hey, Jeff Leopard, what's up, fellow Jeff?
Jeff Leopard, always a fantastic person.
The one-of-one art key artisan is at 1.6. Wow, they are going to raise a lot. You know, I love artisans. I think they're great. I don't appreciate them nearly as much as I should, I think. I give a lot away, or I join raffles to sell to someone at cost because they wanted to win. And art key has always been this thing where I've seen the blanks on eBay for $1,200, $1,300, $1,400, and I'm like, holy shit! And people will trade straight up entire keyboards for a Sirius. Like, oh my god, that is wild.
It's pretty wild, man. It's pretty wild. Callipy says, "Oops, I made it 70."
Oops.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's good.
In OBS, it still says 69 for me, which is good enough.
There you go. Wait, you can see it in OBS? Holy god, I'm so new to this.
Do you use OBS or do you use OBS Studio or Streamlabs?
I use OBS Studio and I have Streamlabs.
Okay, try Streamlabs because that's going to be a lot easier.
Okay.
All right. So now we get to decide on what keycaps we're going to be putting on this. I'm going to give you guys some options. I'm actually going to plug this in first and make sure everything's still working because I'm, paranoid like that. But other than that, this is going to be pretty fantastic. I'll have to pull out some key sets and we can decide. It'll be fun.
Did that get you into VIA, by the way? I don't know if you'd flashed.
I have not flashed anything yet.
Okay.
Okay. Key sets. What do I got?
While you're looking, I'll do the first. I'll do a typing test for our friends. While you're looking and collecting, how's that?
Sounds good.
I'll do the FE first, and then we can do SE, and we can end on polycarb. How's that? We'll get 3 typing tests, 1 stream.
Do it up, Buttercup.
Where is music? Pause, you. Okay, so typing tests are always funny for me because everyone's audio setup is so wildly different. So please remember that. Take this with a grain of salt. This is a condenser mic with it's a condenser SLR mic, XLR mic. Yeah, so be aware of that. This is the Iron 165 FE, the one that I ruined the bottom on. It has a copper plate. It has round 1 tangerines that have 98 gram springs in them, and I think it sounds great. So I'll type for a little bit while you guys talk about key sets or look at key sets. Anyways.
Sounds good. All right, so I got some key sets out. I have GMK 9009 round 3. I just got this in recently. I haven't put this on a board yet, so I'm itching to use this. But I also have some stuff GMK muted. I have GMK DMG, GMK white on black. I have quite a few other GMK sets, but honestly, I'm not entirely sure what would go well with the plum. Obviously, things like GMK Lime, GMK Space Cadet, GMK Cyan, stuff like that. Maybe not quite as good on the plum Iron 165 aesthetically, color-wise. So what do you guys think? Do you think muted would be okay? Do you think 9009 would be okay? Maybe a little classic GMK white on black action. DMG, I don't know if DMG would work very well on this, but I like DMG a lot. White on black has been done a lot on plum. Okay, that's fair. I won't do that. Muted too cool. Okay, so no white on black. You guys have seen that too much. Fair enough. DMG. You think DMG would work? Is that on the table? I'd do a straw poll, but that would involve me plugging a different keyboard in so I could type out the answers. What do you guys think? Just let me know. We'll decide between maybe these 3: 9009, muted, and DMG. Let me know what you guys think.
I vote DMG.
Has anybody done DMG on the plum? Will this even work? Will this color...
I haven't seen it.
I mean, you guys know me. I'm partially colorblind, but I mean, I like DMG a lot. I don't have GMK Minimalist or GMK Minimal. I'm not sure what Minimalist is, but assuming that's minimal, I do not have that anymore. I'm kind of thinking 9009 just because I just got it recently and I haven't put out anything yet.
I mean, that's fine.
And my kind of thing is I really like boards that are like nicely colored and like even if they're vividly colored, and then using a neutral key set on it. White on black with DMG mods? Oof. I'm not a big fan of mixing GMK sets. I know it can look really cool, but man, is that poor value. 009 with... Okay, we'll get... No one seems to care about muted. I'm gonna get rid of the muted as the mix here.
Yeah, muted isn't loved so much. What if you went complementary colors, like the opposing, and you did 9009 with green accents?
Green accents, huh?
And then you had the green and red kind of fighting.
Alright, people are starting to say 9009. Let's go with that then. That way it'll give me an excuse to just use this since I just recently got it.
That bag life, I feel you, baby.
Oh, I don't have enough space, man. I can't do trays. They take up way too much space.
Neb, I know it would not look good, okay? I told him to put DMG on it, for God's sake. Just back down. It's almost like you know stuff about color, right?
I am not going to get into color arguments with Ned. That's not where I'm trying to go.
I lose plenty of arguments. I don't need to lose another one. Okay, so he voted for DMG. See? I want you to use the green accents now just to piss him off.
I'm not a big fan of accents with 9009, to be honest. But I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna give it a try for you guys.
I love that you're doing it.
that I'm doing what?
Neb multiple times was like, that would not look good. No green accents.
Oh, the 9009?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The green accents specifically.
I mean, I'm also colorblind. I know these two are the accents. I can't see the difference. I'm very much red and green colorblind. So like,
yeah.
These look. I know this is going to be surprising to a lot of people, but to me, these look basically identical.
So your left hand is red.
My left hand is red. Mm-hmm. So red, green, and we'll start with no accents at all. We'll see how that looks, and then we can adjust and maybe do some accents. Oh yeah, row 5 on this set. Very cool.
Oh yeah, row 5.
Forgot about that.
Oof. Row 5 so
very,
good.
Very nice.
Row 5 is good.
Row 5 is criminally underrated.
So that way there's not weird, awkward me watching you stream while you just put on keycaps. I'll do the typing test with polycarb as well. Because content while you're looking for cap.
You do you, man. I told you earlier I'm the slowest keycap putter on of all time.
Can you do the drop test before the typing test? Oh, the drop test of the FE? Because it's so fucking heavy. This is roughly 1 inch off the desk. I wonder. I'll put the mic closer. Oh, she thick. She thick, boys and girls. And theys and thems.
Oh, yeah?
Archetype, what's up? One of the most talented artisan crafters in the game. You have secrets. Check DM. You have secrets. It literally just says, I have secrets. Damn it! What?
I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. Piat says, "Were you watching Futurama?" Yeah, I was watching some Futurama.
Girl, I'm about to pass out. What are you sending me? What? Oh. Okay, we're gonna have to talk, but it has something to do with 808. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, 808. Boom.
Oh, 808s, and that ain't no heartbreak right there. What? Oh my God, look at that. You son of a bitch. I love you. Ugh, I'm in.
You son of a bitch, I'm in. I was watching some Futurama before the stream a little bit earlier. I like Futurama a lot, you know. They have some good episodes.
Where are you at, CYO? I gotta send to you. Oof. I just got hot. Oof. Oh, can I flash it? Can I share it? Ooh, I can share it. I've got leaks coming, y'all. I've got leaks on this here stream.
I have no idea what's happening.
We've got artisan leaks for Infinity 808 Boom.
Ooh, that's pretty exciting.
Okay, I'm gonna flash it if I know how to do this. Okay. Yup, I knew how to do that. Good for me. Can we see this? Nope, that's the wrong one. I don't want that. There, that's the one I want. Oh, and she gone. Oh, and she gone. I did it. I showed a thing. Hype. Oof.
I'm actually gonna use the Bard homing keys. I've been enjoying Bard more than Scoop lately.
Clip it and ship it. Okay. Yeah, Bard more than Scoop. Sometimes I really just feel one way or the other, you know?
Yeah, I used to be all about that Scoop life, but now I'm more about the bars. I gotta be honest.
Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna mute that music again. We gonna type while you find key caps.
I'm getting closer. I'm almost there.
Here, I wonder, can I do that? Is that gonna show you guys stuff? Not very well. Maybe if I zoom in. How's that? There we go. You can see how scuffed my typing is.
You ever seen me type?
Oh, man. All right, so you ain't getting no 135s out of this fucking boy over here. This is, again, condenser XLR mic. This is the polycarbonate iron 165. It's the exact same design as the SE, except instead of aluminum, it's polycarbonate. This has a brass plate, and the switches are inks that have been lubed with 205. And the springs have been lubed with 3204. Let's get that. All right. Can I see?
What am I using on the right side here? I'm not usually a 65% kind of guy, but I definitely appreciate this particular board.
A good old 96. I'm so fast, you guys.
96 is good. What are you talking about? You're nuts, man. All right, how do I want to do this?
Yeah, it's probably my best sounding board. These two together.
Down.
Do I raid top Clack when I stop streaming?
I mean, if you do, I'm just gonna turn around and raid someone else anyways.
I know,
it doesn't really matter, I guess.
All right, so I'm going to not take away from the personal build that Brian has done. Thank you for joining me. I will probably stream some stupid shit tomorrow or Sunday. I'm trying to get affiliate, and then my normal build schedule I'll figure it out once all that's done. Thank you very much for joining me, and Brian, thank you for letting me dual stream with you. I'm going to raid Top Clack, because how could you not do that when I'm doing a dual stream with Top Clack?
I don't know, man. I don't know. You do you.
I love you guys. Thank you so much. This has been so lovely, and thank you for all the follows, all the silliness, and have a good night.
Yeah, have a good one, man. Thanks for joining me. Everyone, of course, make sure to go check out Langlandia if you haven't already.
Oh my God, raid!
Zoom good. Oh my God. Zoom good. I'm keeping you in voice chat, so people can still hear you. Anyways.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna turn off my stream, and I'm gonna keep talking to you. Because
that's all right.
So
all right. I need you to discern colors for me. Which one goes where?
Okay, hold on. There's a lag, so I've got immediate voice, and then I've got. So you're holding green in your left hand.
Which is this, right? Is this right? Are these matching?
Your left hand. Green is your left hand, and red is your right hand.
Is this right?
That is correct. That is correct. The way you have them
Okay.
split up.
We've achieved pairing these accents. So I guess we can kind of decide here. This is obviously with no accents here, naked, which I kind of like it. I'm a big fan of the no accent approach, especially on a board that's colored like this, because really you just want to show off that beautiful color, right? Like, you don't really want to distract too much from it. So I'm not a big fan of accents on them, but for you guys, I'm definitely gonna give you guys the choice here.
Maybe just set it on the ano, or because that's ano, not E. Just so you can see and let chat see, because I think you're gonna do a disservice putting the accents on.
I agree. I don't think the accents are gonna work, but we can definitely test it out. What do you guys think of that? Those accents doing it for you guys? Are these the red ones that I have on here right now?
Yeah, you have the red on.
Okay. Nebulance is not a fan, and he's kind of the resident color expert.
You could do worse, but I don't love it.
Enter is good. I feel like just using an enter or just an escape is kind of like a... It feels unbalanced. I feel like if you use one, you kind of have to use the other. For me, at least. I'm kind of a weirdo, though.
No, I agree, man.
Does not work well at the plum. All right. So we'll just get rid of those accents. Seems like if Neb disagrees, I gotta go with Neb on this one.
Let's put the green on it. Just
I mean,
just
there's
for due diligence.
there's no way the green is
I
gonna
just
work.
want to set it on there.
Well, I did.
Oh, okay, got it. Sorry.
No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Don't put it all on me. No, sorry, Neb. That's what happens. That's what happens when you're when you're good with colors.
More than the red. I like the green more than the red.
I guess
I still know.
You might
still know, but
yeah, I don't think that's gonna do it for me. So sorry to any of you that wanted the accents, but we're going en natural on this particular configuration.
Okay. I actually just got a message from my wife, so I'm gonna just disappear for the typing test portion of this.
No worries at all. You do you, buddy.
Thank you very much for having me as a guest.
Thank you for joining. We should do this again sometime.
Heckin' yeah, friend. This was fun. All right, many loves. Thank you everyone in chat that enjoyed my presence, and thank you for watching, Brian. So, many hearts. I'll talk to you later.
Go have fun family time. Enjoy your night, sir.
Goats, baby.
All right, there we go. All right, guys. Well, shout out once again to the wonderful Langalandia. Make sure to check him out if you haven't already. You can see his channel if you type in the "Who am I hearing" command. Otherwise, let's do a bit of a typing test. I'm gonna go ahead and pause my music a bit, and I will preface this by saying I really don't like typing tests over streams or videos or what have you, because it's just not a good way to do it, especially with my setup. It's not very professional. I'm not Teja Types. I don't have super high-end equipment. This is a very relatively inexpensive mic setup, so don't expect a whole lot from the actual typing test. But with that said, I'm gonna type a bit, because we have to hear how it sounds, right? Oof. Might as well take off my listening device. The true Band-Aid mod. That's a good one. That's a good comment. I like that. Probably take this off. I don't think I'm actually bleeding anymore. It feels weird typing with a Band-Aid on the tip of my index finger. Let me go wash my hand one more time just to not get too many germs on it. Alright, let me give this the real college try. Nope, still bleeding. Oh well. Alright, I guess I do need to put another Band-Aid on. I'm sorry, guys. Just a very tiny speck of blood. The true Band-Aid mod. The Band-Aid mod really kind of died. Like, it really fell out of fashion. Which I'm okay with, because I wasn't really a fan to begin with. Let me see if I can put this on in a way that I can still, like, type relatively well. Should be a little bit better than before. Alright. Show the R5. I'll show you guys the I'll show you guys multiple angles after I'm done typing. Does sound pretty good though. Sounds really consistent too. I think the actual plate design really is successful here. Because most of the time in a lot of boards, what you'll get is you'll have like a pretty normal plate, and then every row will sound like dramatically different from the rest. And like because of that, you can kind of like you get a little bit of an inconsistency in the sound, but this one is actually really, really close. This is really interesting. Bottom row sounds a little different, but that's kind of expected as well. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I'm really curious to know how the tactiles will perform in this though. Since it was designed with tactiles in mind, I need to find out what their favorite tactile switches are, so that I can kind of maybe build a secondary configuration here. It'll be pretty awesome. All right, I'll show off the board a little bit too. Some of you wanted to see the row 5. Some of you might not be familiar with row 5, but row 5 is actually something you don't see too often, but it does have some popularity in this. I split my spacebar because I'm, some people call me a heathen, but it's more comfortable for me. But check that out, guys. See that bottom row? Look how tall that is. I'm so bad at angling things on camera. Look at that beefy, tall bottom row. Really kind of nice. It's not for everyone, I will admit, but I think it's pretty classy. There you go, guys. Row 5. You should get 9009 next week. Nice. Think it looks better and better with 9009? Yeah, that's the thing about these sets, though, right? Like 9009, and I mean, I do like things like Muted and like Moto Light, which I think hasn't really shipped yet either. But like those kind of like more neutral sets, I feel like it's really nice to kind of just put them on like the more vividly colored boards. Good luck with your warp. Mine's actually not really warped. It doesn't really seem to be, at least. I don't know. I don't really notice any warp. I don't know. Seems pretty functional to me. It was good enough for me. I paid not a whole lot for this set, so I'm okay with it. But I totally understand if other people are not. I love the base of this thing. Really, really gets me. I love the weight. It's like simple, but you got like great font, great logo. Love it. My fingerprints all over it. I'll have to take a microfiber cloth, clean this boy up. And the back too. The back is really like one of the cooler parts of the board as well. That kind of back separated design a little bit. You get that line between there. Whew. This is a board, man. This is a board. Well, I am going to be heading off momentarily, guys, so if you have any last-minute questions, now's a great time to ask them. Oh, I should weigh this as well. I know some of you like that kind of stuff. This is not the FE, so it's not like the insane super heavy version, which I think is like somewhere around 9-ish pounds, which is really, really heavy for a board this size. This is just the SE version, but of course it does have a weight. and it's not exactly a light boy either. Yeah, 4 pounds 10 ounces on that one, or a little over 2.1 kilograms if you're not using the Freedom units. Did you get the tinned raffle? I did. I was very fortunate enough to be able to get in on the tinned, which is really exciting because that's another board I'm looking forward to very, very much. I've been waiting so long for that board, man. Since like the beginning of Top Clack, I've been waiting for that board pretty much. Back in, I guess it was probably 2017 when it was first announced as the Fiel Pro. So yeah, very, very much looking forward to the tinned. Did any of you guys get in the tinned? I know, I don't know if I should share the numbers because I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I know quite a few people got in on the tinned, and obviously only a relatively small percentage actually won, which tends to be the way a lot of raffles work. However, if you missed out on the tinned, you might have another chance in the in the future. I don't know if I'm supposed to be sharing that either. Tin round 2 can. Uh-oh. What have I done? I mean, let's be real though. I mean, it's pretty obvious that like he reruns like all of his boards. In the tin, obviously so many people entered. It's going to be a very nice and popular board. I really expect that. So. I mean, I think it wasn't necessarily confirmed, but like, let's be real. There's going to be another round of tin. Man, this plum color is just unreal in person. It's so deep and it's so dark, but it's still like, it still has a little bit of vibrancy as well. Absolutely gorgeous. My wrist rest is slightly too tall for it, but that's okay. I tend to like lower profile boards like that. Shorter boards, I should say, not necessarily lower profile. Oh, he already had tinned round 2 on his site up for a bit? Oh, I didn't actually know that. Okay. I don't feel bad then. I do wish round 1 had Winculus. Yeah. I do as well, but it's whatever. Blockers usually won't make or break a board for me. Whitewash has like got in on the redraw. Nice, that's awesome. Yeah, Nebulant did as well. Very, very cool. Yeah, some people I guess didn't pay their invoice. I saw a few people that got kind of re-rolled and they were pleasantly surprised, which is great. Might grab some Mechanisk stabs, or Mechanisk I think is how I'm supposed to be pronouncing it. So it feels like I got something from them. Yeah, absolutely. I have some of the Ultramarine stabs on the way as well, and I'm very much looking forward to that. What color did I get for the tin? I went with the Ultramarine. I'm really happy with the color choice. I think some people maybe weren't quite as happy just because there was only 2 color choices, but like I think both choices were amazing. And to me, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but I feel like the color choices of the tinned have kind of been like a culmination of Leandrin's journey, through the keyboard hobby, like making the Fiel and stuff like that. Because if you guys remember the gray that it's offered in right now, the tin, the gray that the tin was offered in. Sorry, I forgot to refocus, guys. That gray was from the round 1 Fiel, and it's freaking amazing, and it's like an iconic color to me in the community, and like that's like what really kind of got him going with the Fiel. That was such a popular color, and so many people enjoyed it, and like that's like kind of where he started. And then like now he's kind of moved to this ultramarine kind of theme where he's got ultramarine in multiple colors, or not colors, but cases. He's offered it in a couple different cases already. The Fiel, I believe, as well as the latest round of Klippa, and obviously the tin too. So I feel like it's kind of like where he started with the gray, and like where he's gotten to with this kind of new ultramarine kind of color that he's working on. So it's really kind of interesting. It feels kind of like a start in present day in the Mechanisk world. So I really like that. I was very happy with the color options, but I did opt for the Ultramarine. I think it's just too beautiful. It's going to go with the Ultramarine stabilizers, and it's just going to be fantastic. It was also designed with carbon fiber in mind, so that's the plate option I went with. Yes, very much legendary. I agree. All right, I'm gonna start looking to see who we're gonna raid. Who should we raid, guys? Who's streaming right now? Keyboard streamers. Who's live right now? I don't really have anyone live on my feed, but I might not be following everyone. Anybody have any live keyboard streamers that are going right now? Anthony and Andy. Okay, yeah, okay. Anthony's live. Who's Andy? I suppose I could just raid Anthony. That would work. I'm not familiar with Andy. Andy's stream died. Me. Oh, probably help if my keyboard was plugged in, right? It's a little bit easier to use keyboards when they're plugged in. Yeah, I mean, if Andy's not live anymore, then obviously probably no real point to raid. We just raid Anthony. No big deal. Good stuff. Alright, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this stream. I have lots of build streams coming, actually. Quite a few builds coming up. So, you know, if you're into this kind of thing, then, you know, feel free to join me. If not, no worries. If you check below the stream, you can find the official Discord link as well. You can come hang out there and you can talk about, I don't know, pho, you know, some Vietnamese food, or you can talk about keyboards, or you can talk about games. There's a little something for everyone there. It's a good time. Well, alright guys, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm going to get ready to raid Anthony here. And we can go over there and let's say something wholesome. That's kind of the top Clack way, right? We're going to go over there and we're going to put some hearts in his chat, or we'll say something wholesome. You know, something like that. Have some good times. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, or night. Thank you so much for the congrats too. I appreciate that, guys. This was fantastic. I'm gonna be using this for a little bit now, seeing how I like it, and maybe put some more tactiles in it, or put some tactiles in it rather at some point. I definitely want to try the tactile approach, since that's how it was kind of designed, and I'm kind of that guy that likes to do that. So definitely check back here soon. I have lots of build streams coming up. Otherwise, we're gonna have another fantastic episode on Thursday. We had one yesterday, and it was freaking amazing. Jay and I had a lot of fun, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. And yeah, Top Clack is pretty much back, guys, and I'm looking forward to getting back in the swing of things and enjoying the keyboard hobby some more. So, good times. Have a fantastic rest of your day, guys.